Today we're talking AI native music stars, historic lawsuits in publishing, Elon Musk versus Apple, mind-bending creative studios, and even computers reading 600 years of paintings for emotional trends. Yeah, it's a lot, but stick with me. I promise it's as fascinating as it is messy. Let's start with music because let's face it, music hits a little bit differently. Meet Oliver McCann, a British designer turned AI musician, also known as Imoliver. No formal music training, just a laptop and an AI tool called Suno. And a dream. Oliver's been promoting the AI like he's chatting with a friend. The AI spits out dozens, sometimes hundreds of song variations. Not just one track, 3 million streams. That led to a deal with Hallwood Media, which is an indie label. This might be the first step in a label signing an AI native artist. Meanwhile, what are the major labels doing? They are not thrilled. Sony, Universal, and Warner are all suing the AI music platforms for copyright infringement. It's something we've seen in other areas of AI. Even a German royalty society, GEMA, jumped in saying AI-generated songs were very close to classics like Mambo Number 5. So here's the split. Indie labels are embracing the tech to discover new talent, but big labels are fighting to protect old revenue streams. It's Napster all over again, but this time with algorithms instead of file sharing. So what's the artist's takeaway? If you're a musician, this isn't just a curiosity. AI can be your collaborator, an amplifier, or a legal headache if you're training models on copyrighted material. So would you listen to a hit song knowing it was made by AI, or does a human touch matter? How much does it matter? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We might read them on the air. Next up, writing. This week, Anthropic, the company behind the Claude AI model, settled a class action lawsuit with a group of authors, including folks from the Authors Guild. The claim was that Anthropic had trained Claude on thousands of copyrighted books, many from, let's call them shadow libraries. So the court said, all right, so using books for AI can be fair use, but not if you stole the books first. So that was it. The settlement was reached. Terms were undisclosed, but likely includes compensation and an opt-out mechanism for authors. So legal scholar James Grimmelman called the ruling a real victory for Anthropic, but that there's still risk. This is the first partial court win and first settlement for an AI company over training data. So smaller players might choose compromise over court drama going forward. And the U.S. Copyright Office has been clear. AI only works, cannot be copyrighted. So if you want protection, human authorship matters. That means adding your fingerprints in the lyrics, live instruments, remixing. Something needs to be yours besides the prompt. So the artist takeaway. Writers and creators, your work is obviously valuable, and AI companies may have to pay for it. But using AI responsibly is now part of your legal checklist. So if you're a writer, would you let AI use your work to train a model for compensation or exposure? Let's debate that in the comments. Now let's talk tech drama, the fun stuff. Elon Musk is back in the news with his XAI, filing a lawsuit against Apple and OpenAI, accusing them of anti-competitive practices. So what's the claim? Apple favors OpenAI's ChatGPT across iOS and macOS while sidelining competitors like XAI's Grok is the claim. So in plain English, if you're on an iPhone, the AI assistant you get might not be the one that you want, and Apple's allegedly stacking the deck. So this isn't just about egos, which is common with Elon. Regulators in the US and the EU are watching this closely because if Musk wins, indie AI apps could finally get a level playing field in the iOS. So for creators, this matters. AI-assisted tools for writing, music, and visuals might become easier or harder to access depending on how platforms like Apple and Google decide to play gatekeeper. So what's the artist's takeaway? Think about it like GarageBand, but imagine Apple only lets you use it if you pay extra, like, Logic X Pro. That's what's at stake for creative AI apps. Where's it going to land in that ecosystem? So do you want a world where your AI tools are chosen by a tech giant or where you can pick freely? So vote in the comments. I think I know which way it might end up going. So now that we're speaking of tools, let's zoom into visuals. So London-based IDEART AI just launched a multimodal creative studio. So think of it as a Swiss Army knife for AI creators. So it's got text to video, image to video, even video to video, and you can swap between VO3, Runway, Luma, and more, which are all AI video generators, all in one canvas space. And yes, it's fast. Early users are reporting up to 3 times faster rendering with a 47% drop in production costs. So it's API first, meaning you can embed this into your own apps or workflows or businesses. Why it matters? Instead of waiting in long GPU queues or juggling multiple platforms, creators can focus on the storytelling, which has been a big point that I've been making throughout a bunch of these episodes, is the storytelling is going to end up coming first. So the consolidation trend is clear. It's going to be speed, access, and integration are now as important as the AI models themselves. So what is the artist takeaway? For visual creators, this is going to be huge. Faster iteration means more experiments, more risk-taking, and potentially better art without burning out on technical hurdles. So if you could instantly generate studio quality visuals, which you can, what would you create first? Let me know. We might feature your ideas on the next episode, or maybe you got some art you'd like to show. And finally, let's get a little bit weird. This is a cool story. So economists trained AI on 240,000 paintings from between the 14th to the 20th century, analyzing facial expressions, color palettes, composition, and emotional content. And what were their findings? Emotions in art spiked in the Romantic era, then declined in the 20th century with abstract art. So wars and plagues showed measurable spikes in sadness or anger, as might be predicted. And AI is helping turn some subjective art analysis into some cold, hard data. So, of course, there's going to be caveats. The data set is mostly European, and AI can misread a lot of cultural cues, but the experiment is kind of a peek into the future. AI is not just creating, but it's studying creativity at scale. So this is a very interesting use for art history study, and to see movements across time in a very hard, factual way, as close to factual as you can get. So what's the artist takeaway here? For visual artists, this is going to open doors. So if you want to deliberately break historical trends or lean into them, AI can now show you what humans might not even notice. It's like looking at analytics, but for the whole art world over history. So do you trust the computer to read art, or is human intuition irreplaceable? Sound off in the comments. All right, well, that's going to be a wrap for today's whirlwind through the AI creative frontier, music, writing, tech battles, next-gen creative studios, and even art analysis. One thing is clear, AI isn't a tool anymore, just a tool. It's a collaborator, competitor, and sometimes a courtroom adversary. So if you like this episode, please hit subscribe, leave a comment on which story blew your mind, share it with a friend who's skeptical about AI creativity. Please reach out and tell me what you'd like to hear about. And again, we are here at We Are the Machine. We will see you next time when AI inevitably surprises us again.